Hello student. So in this video we are going to see the geometry of sun and earth and some angles which are related to the geometry, and those angles are very important whenever we are going to solve the numerical on the solar energy. So sun and earth having the relative motion. The earth is rotating around the sun and also revolving around itself. Now, the revolution axis is inclined by some angle, and that angle is 23.5 5 degree, which is the tilt, and that earth is revolving around that particular axis. Now, whenever we saw the earth geometry, we required, whenever we considering any location or giving any location, we require to give some angles or the values of the latitude and longitudes. From this one, the latitude means it is the angle made by the line which is joining center of the earth and the location on the surface of the earth, and the line which is projected on the equator plane. So we can define latitude of a location is the angle made by the radial line joining the location to the center of the earth with the projection of line on the equatorial plane. So you can see here, so this particular angle is known as a latitude, and this one is indicated or denoted by angle phi. So this latitude is important whenever we calculate or we carry out some numericals on the solar energy. The next thing, that is the longitude. Another angle we have mentioned whenever we mention the location of any particular point on the earth, that is longitude. Now longitude means what? It is a line which is joining two poles of the earth, means the line which is joining north pole and south pole. So this particular line is known as a longitude, and for calculation of the longitude we are considering one prime meridian or the one prime longitude which is passing through the Greenwich, England. We considering that longitude having 0 degree angle or the 0 degree value, and with respect to that we are measure the longitudes angles by splitting the earth surface in 360 degree. Okay, so on the eastern side we are considering these longitudes are eastern, okay, and the longitude on the western side, it is called as a western. So you see one particular location of the place is given like this. It is having some angle 23.5 degree north and 90 degree or 93.5 degree south, west or east. So this north means what? This is the value of latitude angle, whereas longitude value, which is generally came with the east or west side or the direction. Okay, so this particular is known as a latitude angle phi. Now this latitude angle is varies from minus 90 degree to plus 90 degree. Generally in the northern hemisphere we are considering it as a positive. In southern hemisphere we are considering it as a negative. Next angle, for that you must know what is the receiver and the position or orientation of the receiver. Now consider this particular plate as one receiver or the solar receiver, and we have to find out the angle of incident. Now why this angle of incident theta is important? Because as we know, as we studied in the heat transfer, if there is one particular surface and the radiation incident on that particular surface in normal direction, then this surface will having, or that radiation or the radiation received by that particular surface having maximum intensity. So if we consider this one is IN. Now just consider this radiation is making some angle. Okay, it is making some angle with this particular receiver. Now in this case, the intensity of the radiation received by that particular surface, it is not maximum. So for that we saw that particular formula, that is I, or intensity of the radiation received by the solar receiver is equal to IN maximum intensity into cos theta. And theta means that is the incident angle. Here this theta is known as the incident angle. So we must know this theta angle to find out the intensity of the radiation received by the surface. And for that you must know the way or method to find out or calculate this incident angle theta. Okay, so incident angle, it is the angle made by the radiation and with the normal of that particular receiver. So you can see here also this particular surface is there. It is having normal, this particular normal to the tilted plane or the surface, and the radiation which is coming from the sun. So this angle is known as the angle of incident. Now you have only numericals based upon calculation of this angle of incident angle. Okay, so just focus on the different types of the angles and you will understand. You have one particular formula, you have to use that formula and you can calculate the angle of incident. Now next angle is known as the zenith angle. Zenith angle, which is given by or indicated by theta z. Okay, now what is meant by zenith angle? It is the angle made by the solar radiation with the normal of the plane, horizontal plane. So this particular plane is known as the horizontal plane, and this one is the normal to the horizontal plane. So normal to the tilted plane is different and normal to the horizontal plane is different. So the angle between this solar radiation and the normal to the horizontal plane, it is known as the zenith angle, and it is denoted by theta z. Now this tilted plane will making some angle with horizontal plane, and that angle is known as a beta. Okay, that angle is known as a beta, or it is sometimes called as a slope of the surface. It is called as a slope of the surface. Now another angle which is important, that is surface azimuth angle, which is denoted by gamma. Now surface azimuth angle, you can see here, it is the angle made by the projection of normal on the horizontal plane with the line due south, means the line which is extended towards the south direction. So this angle between the projection of surface normal on the horizontal plane and the line due to the south, this angle or angle between those is known as the surface azimuth angle. Now this surface azimuth angle is ranges from minus 180 degree to plus 180 degree. So it is depends on you to which particular direction you are considering, positive 180 and negative 180. So it is depends on you. Now another angle which is very similar to the azimuthal angle, second known as the solar azimuth angle, and it is denoted by gamma s. Okay, now this angle, it is again the angle between the projection of sun radiation on horizontal plane. So this is the sun radiation and its projection on the horizontal plane. So this one is the projection and line due to south So this angle, it is known as the solar azimuth angle, and it is indicated or denoted by gamma s. Next important angle, it is known as the declination. Now how to calculate declination? Now declination is calculated by considering the sun center and the earth surface. Earth center, sorry. So here we are connecting sun center to the earth center, and that particular line making some angle with the equatorial horizontal plane or equator plane. So that particular angle is known as the declination. Now this is because of the tiltation of that particular axis of the earth is tilted with respect to the sun. So that declination, we can calculate the declination based upon the numbers of day, considering January 1st as the day 1. For that you have this particular formula where declination is equal to 23.45 into sine in bracket 360 upon 365 into 284 plus n, whereas n means the number of the day, by considering January 1st as the first day, and from that we have to calculate or we have to measure the number of days. Now this particular declination angle is varies from 23.45 degree towards towards north and 23.45 degrees towards south. So this declination is varying in north direction and south direction. So by considering the sign language also, we are considering in the towards north we are considering positive, and towards south we are considering negative. So that is the declination, and it is denoted by delta. The next angle is known as the hour angle. Now this hour angle is defined as the angular displacement of sun east or west of the local meridian due to the rotation of earth on its axis at 15 degree per hour. Means whenever we are considering the hour angle, we must know it is related to the local meridian or local longitude. Okay, so when sun it is at the 12 noon, sun it is on the on that particular meridian. So in that case we are considering this one as the noon on that particular location, and the angle made by that particular noon towards that particular time. Okay, means if it is 11 a.m. the sun will be placed here, and the angle between those two are the 15 degree. So 1 hour angle is equal to 15 degree per hour, and by considering the numbers of hour in the noon and forenoon, afternoon and forenoon, we can calculate the hour angle. So that is the omega. Now as example I will explain. Consider the time is 10 a.m. okay, and for that we have to calculate the hour angle. So the angle between 10 a.m. and 12 noon, that is known as a hour angle. So there are 2 hours are there. So 2 hours into 15 degree centigrade. So 1 hour consists 15 degree centigrade. So 2 hour consists total 30 degree centigrade. So that is known as the hour angle. Now by using all those angles, we have to calculate the angle of incident, that is known as the theta. Okay, and for that we require this particular formula. So cos theta is equal to sin phi into sin delta into cos beta plus cos delta into cos gamma into cos omega into sin beta bracket complete plus cos phi into cos delta into cos omega into cos beta minus sin delta into cos gamma into sin beta bracket complete plus cos delta into sin gamma into sin omega into sin beta. So we have to use this particular formula to calculate the incident angle. If we know the angle of latitude, that is the phi, this one is delta means declination, the beta means the slope of that particular surface, gamma means zenith angle, okay, then omega means hour angle, and all other angles are known. So if you know these phi angles, you can easily calculate the incident angle. Now this phi, that is latitude, is depends upon the location. Delta, it is declination, we can calculate by considering January 1st as the first day, and by calculating measuring the numbers of days and using that particular formula. Beta, it is the slope of that particular receiver or surface. Then gamma, it is the azimuth angle. Omega is the hour angle. So by considering all those angles, we can calculate the incident angle. You must know the values of all those angles, then you can apply this formula and you can calculate the angle of incidence. Okay, so that one formula you have to remember, and based upon that there will be a numerical in your exam. Thank you.